Hey everybody, we're back in the booth. Seems like we're living in the booth these days. A lot of hours in here every day. We've got our parts in the sealer, and I just wet sanded that glove box door. I got a little junk in there yesterday. I had one little area to fix right here, but the body is ready to go. And today's painting day. Now, painting usually takes me 2 days. I do the underside of the hood, the underside of the fenders, and I edge them, and then I put them back on the fender tree over there to do the outside. I don't mind doing it over 2 days. I think you get a better job than trying to hang stuff. You always get marks and stuff, and you have to hang it somehow. But we'll do the underside of the hood, underside of the fenders, and where they bolt to the body. We can probably get the whole body done, being it's on a rotisserie. Normally I don't do that, but like I said, I don't really have anybody that comes around anymore to help, so I got to do it by myself on the rotisserie. No big deal. We're gonna have to make a little touch up right where this pipe is. And the fender is going to cover that anyway. And same thing on this side. We'll try and get some good paint in that toolbox there. And then in the back, we can mask everything around here and just spray the tailgate chain holder. You know, because we're bolted right there. But that's a single piece there, and it's easy to touch up. You'll never know what happened. And it won't be a big deal. Now, one thing we don't have going for us today is a beautiful, bright, sunny day. Let's take a peek out here. And it's raining, but I don't mind this kind of rain. It's not humid. It's a cool morning. It's a cold rain, and it actually will help us out. If it was super humid, I probably wouldn't paint today, but being that it's a cool day, this will keep every bit of dust down. We do have good filters and stuff like that, but this will absolutely help us as far as any kind of dust getting in the intake and through our intake filters. And like I say, we got a real good setup up there. Normally I don't have any trouble, but the rain is going to help us today. Like I say, if it was 90 degrees and humid, we'd absolutely not paint today. But the booth is nice and cool, and we're going to make some good progress today. Prairie Gold is going down. So, these filters have been with me through everything, and I am going to change them today on both sides. You can see they're loaded up with high build primer, epoxy primer, sealer, whatnot. We're going to change these out today, and our intake filters are still in very good shape. I popped a couple up there just to see if they were picking up any junk. They're still very clean. Our intake system is working perfectly, but we are going to change the exhaust filters today, so I'm going to get busy with that now, and hang in there with me. Shouldn't be too long before we're spraying. Okay guys, just changing out the filters. Took a while to make all these boxes. Had to make a bunch of boxes, and I put some hardware cloth in there so the fans are so strong that without that hardware cloth in there, it sucked the filters right out. But it makes it very easy to change the filters. And I've got 18 exhaust filters, and I think you can kind of see they really do the job. Fan is right here in the center. They really do the job nice, and they're super easy to change, so no sense in not changing them. We're gonna start nice and fresh, no dust, nothing in the booth, and it should make the Prairie Gold lay down real nice. So I'll just get this side done, and do the other side, and then we got to start wiping everything down with our solvent, and then we'll take the tack cloth and some air, and we'll dust everything off. Okay guys, we're getting ready to tack rag everything. This is just a painter's tack rag here. Hope you can see this alright. Now we're going to take the air gun and we're going to blow everything off, and we're going to wipe it with the tack rag. That's going to pick up everything. The air is going to blow it away, and we're going to have the fans on, so anything that gets away from the tub or any of the parts is going to get filtered through the filters and it's sucked right out. So it's going to get loud in here. I'm going to put the fans on to get the air gun and a tack rag. Make sure you use an automotive painter's tack rag. Ball it up like that, kind of fold it up, and just wipe every surface, and that will pick up any last little bit of anything. This is a critical step. You notice I got a blue Tyvek suit on. We're getting down to where we don't want anything coming off of me, and we don't want anything in the body tub blowing around. And like I say, 90% of your dirt is going to come from yourself or something left in the body. So you want to get everything as clean as you possibly can. So let me get set up, I'll turn the fans on, and we'll get at it. Okay guys, there is our single stage urethane. It's not 3 gallons, it is 6 quarts. When I had this mixed, we mixed it in a big container, so we knew every color was, it was all mixed together, and the color was one. And then we poured it 2 quarts into each container. And that saves me from having to mix all these containers right now. We mixed it, and then we broke it down. So our mix is going to be 4 parts, and you can see it says added to mix and stuff. We had to mix this a couple times to get the color right, but I'm absolutely 100% certain we have a perfect Prairie Gold match. So we're going to do 1 part of single stage urethane. We're going to do 1 part of our medium hardener, and then we're going to put a slow, very high temp reducer in there. The slower the reducer, the better your results. So if you can, use the absolute highest temperature you can when you're shooting all over body paint. As far as a gun, we're switching over to an Iwata. This is a silver tip, 1.3 tip on there. I like the Iwata guns. They're very, very good at atomizing the paint. They're fantastic. Don't get hung up on silver tip, orange tip, purple tip. A lot of guys will say you can only spray clear with this. That's a silver tip. A lot of guys will say, oh, I only use that for a clear gun. Works fantastic as a base gun. Let's go over here to the area. Oops, wrong one. Okay, now here is an orange tip, which they say is just for base coats, but it shoots clear fantastic. This is a 1.4 nozzle on this one, and this is all I use for clears. This is my clear only gun. Now some guys will be like, oh, you can't spray clear with an orange tip. And purple's supposed to be for metallics. Don't buy into all the talk and all the hype. Try everything out and use what works best for you. I think the orange tip sprays clear very well, and I think this is just the LV silver tip, they call it, and a lot of guys will swear don't use that for anything but clear. It's nonsense. Use what works best for you. You'll see when we start laying the Prairie Gold down how nice it atomizes the paint and lays it down. I'm going to try and get you as much footage as I can. Again, it's kind of difficult when you're working alone to paint and then take the time to adjust the camera. When I'm painting, I like to stay on it. I like to keep everything nice and wet. I like to keep a wet edge. So it's going to be tough to get some footage, but I'm going to try my best. I'm going to go ahead and mix, and we'll put it through a strainer like we always do, load it in the gun, and on this particular gun, see my regulator there, I usually like 24 to 26 psi at the regulator, and then you adjust your fluid and you adjust your pattern, and that's kind of critical. There's a lot of times where I'll really tighten up the pattern to get inside a wheelhouse, around braces, around that spare tire carrier. You really want to tighten that up. Other times when you're doing like a hood or the side of a body, you really want a nice fan, and there's a lot to it, but I'll try and show you the differences on how I adjust a fan and where I'm painting. So let me get mixing this, and I'll be with you in just a little bit. Okay guys, just a quick look at the finished body tub. I am going to just walk around one time with the camera, and then I'm going to clean the gun and head out of here and let everything just dry. Everything came out beautiful. Underside of the hood is done, looking great. Back of the dash. Underside of the fenders. Grill is done both sides. Everything is looking fantastic. I didn't get you a whole lot of painting shots, but you can see our Prairie Gold. Okay, I am going to scoot out of here real fast, turn the lights out, and I will meet you back in the booth tomorrow, and we will get going with the flipping parts over and doing the other side, and making any touch-ups on anything, and I will see you then. Thanks for watching. Catch you tomorrow. Hey everybody, we are back in the paint booth again. This should be our final spray. We've got to do the hood and the dash and the fenders. I did this yesterday, Wednesday, and I was going to put the video up, but I just didn't have it in me. It was a long day, and you know, the booth takes a lot out of you, painting and stuff. You guys in the booths every day know what I'm talking about, but I just didn't have it in me to put the video up. So I'm going to combine yesterday and today into one video, and might be a little out of sequence or whatever, but I haven't even looked at the footage yet that I shot yesterday, but hopefully you'll get some good spray tips and stuff. So I'm going to mount these fenders on the fender tree here. Everything has been edged. You see we got the yellow where it bolts up to our stand here. So we're going to get those going on. I'm going to flip the hood. It's been 2 days, so I may just quick graze the outside with some 400 because we're outside of the window of not sanding. So there's a lot going on again today. It's going to be our final day. The color is absolutely beautiful. The gloss, the depth of gloss is fantastic. I'm very happy with it. So it's supposed to get a little bit warm and humid today, so I want to get this done early. The sun is just coming up now, and we're going to go after it. So very, very pleased with the color. I'm glad we took the time and went through it a couple times to get it exact. But very happy with the color, and spot on match for the original Prairie Gold. So that's where I'm at today, and I'll try and get you some more footage of the actual painting. Okay guys, I didn't get you much footage of the actual painting. It's very warm out today, and I was really boogieing on this, trying to keep a wet edge on every surface, and I couldn't take time to set up the camera. Very critical once you get moving. Do not stop. It would be even better if you had a somebody mixing your paint, so you don't have to stop and mix your paint all the time. But it came out good. I stayed with it. Fenders came out absolutely beautiful. Look at that shine in there. I think you can see my reflection in there. There's the hand. Came out wonderful. Dashboard is perfect. Tailgate. Very happy with the fenders and the grill and the body. I was able to keep, like I say, keep a wet edge. I had to add a little more reducer to my mix because, like I say, that temperature is creeping up fast, and it's still early. That's why I got out here real early, right at daybreak. The hood is 3 coats on there. Very, very deep. You could see, if you look close, you could see the filters in the ceiling reflecting off there. I don't know if you can pick that up, but I can see it in the camera pretty good. Very deep, a lot of depth to this paint. That's what you'll get if you can keep a wet edge. Now I'm gonna let this dry. Everything has got plenty of paint on it. I'm gonna let it dry and harden up. This stuff will dry. This stuff is able to be buffed. If you're gonna cut and buff this, you could do it in 24 hours. If you wait much longer than that, it sets up super hard. We're not cutting and buffing on this one, so I'm gonna give it 24 hours, and then we'll get to it. So I'm gonna leave the booth now, and I'll catch up with you when it's off the rotisserie and we're making little adjustments.